A few weeks ago, I processed some walnuts, some black walnuts. Now these you can't crack open with a nut cracker, so I'm going to show you how I do it. Here's a walnut. I'm going to use this brick that I had. It's a gray color, so I think it's going to show this really nicely. Some of the other videos I see on cracking open one of these black walnuts, a lot of them tell you to hit from the top this way, okay, and tap it open and break it open, and then go in there with a pair of snips and cut it out. Now I find that that method's probably really great for opening the nut up and getting the full piece out, but I'm not so worried about that. I'm more concerned about time. So I found that time-wise, if you want to do it, you're just going to hold it sideways like this, and I'm just going to tap the hammer. Now you don't want to tap the hammer too hard to really smash everything up. You're just going to try to hit it until you hear it crack a little bit, and then you can open it up and see here's some of the nuts coming out, and then I just peel it back and I just open it up. Now this one cracked really nicely because I got most of the nut out of there with no problem. Now this one's a little bit stuck, so it can just peel that off and do that. And then I throw the nuts into a little bowl over here and I'll get rid of the shell. Let's try that again. So this one, when you do it this way, you're not going to get the whole nut, but you are going to get most of it. And see, these guys are still in here a little tight, so all I do is I come over here to the other side and just give it a few taps and you can just break it apart. There you go, and then give it a few more taps. Oop, these are coming out. Okay, I got a little bit more. After a while, you figure out where you can hit it in order to get it out of there. Dude, that one didn't have anything in there. So I'm just going to continue to open these up, and then I'm going to show you the next step. I like to take them and rinse them off, and then dry them, re-dry them, just to get some of any tannins that might have leaked through off of the nut. Okay, but I find this is the fastest way to do it. So I'm going to finish these up, and then I'll come back to you in a little bit. We finished shelling our walnuts. So here's the bowl of walnuts that I shelled, and now we have to go through the last two steps. We have to first rinse these off and soak them a little bit to get any of the additional dirt, tannins, and things like that off of it, and then you have to dry it. And you can either dry it on a sheet, in the air. You can dry it in the oven and roast the walnuts, or you can do it in the dehydrator, and we're going to do it in the dehydrator today. So let me go down to my hands and show you how this part's done. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our walnuts and we're going to just rinse them off a little bit. Now I already soaked these a little bit. I like to soak them for a little bit of time, but I'm going to just agitate them in here. The idea here is to just get any of the tannins that might be left from the actual shells of the walnuts, and then you're just going to dump it in here. Then we're going to do that 3 times. The whole time you're doing this, you want to be checking for any shells that may have got in here with your walnuts. Okay, here's time number 3. All right, and rinsing is just that simple. Now I'm going to put these in the dehydrator. I put all my walnuts into the dehydrator. I use one of the dehydrator fine like sheets that goes on top just to make sure that they don't go through. Then I'm going to take the top, put it on. This dehydrator is really cool because it does have different temperature settings. For nuts and seeds, it suggests to do it at 105, so that's what I've set it to. And I'm just going to leave it in here until the nuts are really dry. So we'll see you after the nuts are done. The nuts are now done. They've been sitting overnight, so I'm just going to open this up and try some out. So you can see, they don't look any different obviously because they're just drier, but you got everything is all dried up, and you can just grab one. Let's try it out. Okay, yeah. Really crunchy. Tastes like a walnut, so they're good to go. So we're just gonna put these in a canning jar and save them for the winter and use them whenever we want. All right, guys, if you haven't, subscribe to our channel, like this video, share it with your friends, and we'll see you at the next video.